changes your perspective. It's like not just you're thinking about the person you want to be and it kind of feels so far, but it's like kind of you are already stepping into that identity. It's like you're already there and you are not just want to be that person, you're already that person. You're already thinking like that person. You're already behaving like that person. That's why it works. Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Today I want to talk about one pretty interesting technique that I have recently kind of refreshed. That's something that I used to before and it really worked, but then I kind of forgot about that. And recently, accidentally, when I came across some of my old notes, I found that techniques and I think it's really good one, efficient one, and it's something that definitely works. So the idea is that first of all you need to find some kind of object that you're going to use as anchor, and this anchor you're going to connect to your ideas, to your goals, to your desired personality, to something like you want to reach. In my case it's a ring. Recently I bought a new one and I use this technique on that particular ring, but I remember in the past I also used a bracelet, and it can be practically, it can be anything. It should be something that you're constantly carrying with you, something that you constantly see. So the idea is every time you look at this object you kind of get connected to the idea behind it, to the goal behind it. So obviously first step in this way will be to find this object. You can buy a new ring, you can buy a new key holder, you can get something else, use your imagination. Next task is critical. You need to exactly clarify what that connection is going to be. So what kind of goal we are talking about, what kind of vision, what kind of idea behind it. In my case, since I'm working now on my health, this is like my desired identity. The identity who loves healthy food, who loves being active, who is trying to build her life around this idea of health. So I'm trying to cook different healthy dishes. I'm trying to walk every single day. I'm trying to include resistance training into my life. I'm trying to drink more water. I'm trying to spend more time outside, especially in some beautiful areas like this forest, for example. That would be the desired goal and desired identity behind this connection. Second task will be to clarify it as detailed as you can. So these goals should be very specific. It's better to spend like some time on that. Take a pencil, take a pen, take a piece of paper and write exactly the goal with all the tiniest details, with all the connections that you can associate with that particular goal. Really, the more details the better. So in my case, for example, I'm imagining that nice new outfit, the way it sits on me after I lost some weight and when I get my body toned and I got some muscles, like this is the idea I see behind. Or the way how comfortable I feel when I'm walking, or how comfortable I feel when I'm doing some exercises for which it's now so much harder for me to do. Or the way I feel when I woke up in the morning, like full of energy, and that kind of ideas behind. Sorry, there's somebody trying to... Okay, something is happening there. Anyway, that's the thing. So as we clarified, the first step, it's gonna be the goal itself, the anchor, the ring or something else that you're going to attach to that. And this third step, it's like vision. You should create as many details as possible. not only visual details, but also kind of feelings. It's like once you reach that goal, once you're going to become that kind of person, how are you going to feel? What kind of emotions you're going to have in the morning? What kind of breakfast you're going to have? What is your typical weekend is going to look like? How you're going to spend your holidays? How this new identity is going to influence your relationship? How much energy you are going to have throughout the day? How you're going to feel in different social events? How you feel in the circle of your friends? How you're going to communicate with strangers once you're going to reach that goal? Like all those tiniest details, they are kind of crucial because they are building the roadmap for our brain. They are making this new neural connection in our brain to this new identity. And perhaps, as you already know, sometimes for brain there is no difference if it's something real or if it's something just we are imagining. Still brain is working on those neural connections which making us to reach our goals faster. Next task is the process, the ritual. So you need to find place. You need to find a nice and calm place. You need to find enough time for this activity. Give yourself time, relax. Maybe put some nice music. Maybe burn some candles. Drink some nice herbal tea. Put yourself in some kind of a trance. Like maybe do it after taking a hot bath or hot shower, kind of something like that. And once you kind of feel ready, now you're going to create this ritual. You're going to create some kind of connection between this idea, this vision, this goal inside your hand and this object. So the task will be, imagine again in all details that desirable goal, that desirable state. And while you're doing that, try to focus on this anchor, on this object, ring for example. And while you are performing this task, try to make some kind of connection, like kind of every time you're looking at this ring or every time you're taking this key holder, you're taking your keys, you kind of feel again connected and reconnected to this identity. So you start thinking about it more and more. And this is what's going to create this really strong connection. So take your time, perform this ritual, put again as many details as possible, and kind of feel that you in a way connected, your goal in a way connected to this object, to this key holder or to this ring. And next, what is coming is like a daily practice, which means every day in the morning when you're putting on this ring, or every day when you're taking your keys and looking at this key holder or whatever object you are using, every time your eyes are looking at this object, every time you are touching this object or in any other way interacting with this object, you remind yourself about this goal. You remind yourself that you are, for example, a healthy person, that you are walking every single day, that you are eating super healthy, that you are drinking a lot of water, whatever the identity or goal is behind that. Next step is also very important. It's small action. The idea is every day, ideally every day or every other day, in one of the moments when you feeling like you kind of connected to your object, or it can be morning, it can be evening, it can be a fixed time, or it can be just moment that somehow during the day you kind of feel more motivated. You need to perform a small action. For example, you look at your ring, you remind yourself that you're a healthy person, and you just go to the kitchen and grab a glass of water. Or you look at the ring, you remind yourself that you're a healthy person, and you're thinking, okay, what can I make for breakfast today? Or what kind of food I would like to have for dinner as a healthy person. And you should immediately act on it. You should immediately perform a certain action. In this case, it's not only the way you think, it's not only the way you imagine yourself, it's also action, the behavior, which makes this connection even stronger. And last point, which is also very important, after a while probably you may notice that the connection to your object, to your ring or to your key holder is kind of getting weaker. So you may need to repeat the ritual and reconnect yourself, reconnect you to this object. Or perhaps you think that you would like to update your vision. For example, when you were imagining that desired person or desired identity that you would like to have, it feels like the picture has changed, and maybe you would like to remove some details from that, or perhaps you want to add something else. Then it's also a good time just to repeat the ritual. Or perhaps you just got bored with your object, with your anchor, and you want to use something else. That's also fine. So what you're going to do, you will going just to repeat the previous steps. Use the same object, use the new object, up to you. And you will again reconnect to this object in a new way. So you will repeat the same step. The goal, the vision, this ritual, and after you're going to perform these daily habits, daily reminders. So you're daily gonna think about this new identity, and also daily behavior, daily actions, like grabbing a glass of water or doing something else. It seems like a rather simple thing, but it really works. In the past, I used this technique on my goal to get a new job, and I was really successful with that. And eventually I just forgot about this technique. I think it has some connection to NLP or some other psychology branches. Now I really can't remember exactly where I have found this technique, but it's really workable. And like, you know, it changes your perspective. It's like not just you are thinking about the person you wanna be, and it kind of feels so far, but it's like kind of you are already stepping into that identity. It's like you are already there, and you are not just want to be that person, you're already that person. You're already thinking like that person. You're already behaving like that person. That's why it works. I hope this video is going to be useful. This technique definitely helped me, and I don't know why I forgot about that, but I'm really happy that somehow I came across it again. So I'm gonna do it now with this new identity that I'm working on, and definitely I'm going to share the results. So if you like this video and you find this technique useful, this idea useful, please like and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you soon.